guys, what's up? It's me, Melissa, and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video and I've missed you guys so much. I took a little mental health break, but I am back. If you guys want to stay up to date with my life and what God is speaking to me, please follow me on my Instagram and I'd love to chat to you guys on there. But for today's video, I'm going to be filming my engagement Q&A. So I asked you guys over on my Instagram to ask me some questions about marriage, the wedding prep, the actual proposal, like everything like that, and you guys asked some really good questions, so I thought I would answer them in today's video. You're probably wondering why I'm filming in my car. Well, to be honest, my family just got back from Florida and they're being very loud, so I was just like, I'll film in my car. It's actually really cold. So if you want to know specific details about the proposal and how Josh did it, please check out our proposal video because we talk about all the details in there properly, so I'll link that down below and put it in the cards as well. But the first question is, do you have a wedding date yet? I'm not gonna lie, me and Josh keep changing our minds. We definitely know that we want to get married in 2023. That is our goal. So not next year, the year after, just because it gives us more time to save up, it gives us more time to plan on everything, and I'm still doing my master's degree, so I don't finish that until 2022 in May, so it'll just give us more time to sort out everything, although we really would love to get married as soon as possible. I just think waiting until 2023 is probably wiser, so we're gonna do that. We keep changing our minds between May and like March or February. February is way cheaper for the venues we're looking at, so I think we're gonna go with that one. So probably February 2023, which is so exciting. Have you found a venue yet? Oh my goodness, I think we actually have. So last week we looked at another venue. I'm not gonna share any details because I want it to be a surprise if we actually pick it. So we looked at one last week and we absolutely fell in love with it. Like, it's just so gorgeous. It's a barn style, it has fairy lights, it has a neon sign, it's just so beautiful. So I think we actually have found a venue. We haven't found a ceremony venue though, but we are looking for a church to have that in, so yeah, so excited. Next question, what will your ceremony be like? Such a good question. I love this, and me and Josh, as you know, we love Jesus so much, and our ceremony, we want it to be in a church, and me and Josh are on the worship team, so I lead worship and Josh plays bass. So worship is such a huge part of our lives, and we really wanted a lot of worship to be in our ceremony, so hopefully like 4 or 5 songs in the worship. Like, I think most people either do like 2 or 3 songs like in the ceremony that I've seen, but I really want more worship because worship means the world to us. So I think definitely a lot of worship. Definitely we want to take communion in our service as well, and we want to have a preacher just bring like a short message about love and about like following Jesus and giving us some advice for our future marriage. So I think, yeah, those are some specific things that we want in our ceremony. I'm like shivering, I'm so cold. Ooh. Next question, how does being engaged feel compared to just dating? I absolutely love this, and this is a question that I have asked so many people in the past, like my friends or people online that I've seen like getting engaged. I always ask them like, does it feel different? Like, how does it feel? And I personally would say it definitely feels different. So the way I think about it is like, when you're dating, you're kind of like, obviously as a Christian, I think it's really important to have marriage in mind even when you're dating. So I think like even like 1 or 2 months into dating Josh, I was asking God like, is this a good person to marry? So I think that's really important. But when you're dating, there's only a little bit of commitment there, so the person could break up with you at any point. I mean, I guess they can in engagement too, but the difference is in engagement, you know, somebody has bought you a ring, somebody has pledged to you like, I'm gonna marry you, you know, somebody has asked for your hand in marriage, you know, they might have even asked parents permission, which is a complete different story that we're not going to get into right now. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into asking someone to marry you, and it's a lot of commitment right there. So I would say it definitely feels different to me now that I'm engaged to Josh, now that he's my fiance, and that's so crazy to say. I love calling him my fiance. It's just different. Like, that's all I can say. It just feels so different, and you just feel so much closer. Like, ever since me and Josh got engaged, I feel so much closer to him, and it's really lovely. Like, I just love it so much, and I don't know, we're just really excited for our future. We're so excited to see what God has for us in our marriage, and I think, yeah, it just made us be more unified and kind of on one team, whereas like when you're dating, you're still kind of like 2 different people, you know what I mean? Whereas when you're engaged, you're more of a team because you're working to become one in marriage. So yeah, I would say it definitely feels different to me, but I love it. Next question, are you scared of the wedding night? Wow, I wanted to answer this question because I feel like it's something that the Christian community doesn't really talk about a lot. And for me personally, if you watched my testimony video, you might know that I was sexually abused when I was around 9 or 10 years old by a family friend, and that was so hard because it kind of made me so anxious about anything to do with physical interaction, like hugging, kissing, anything like that. Anything that was physical, like I just got so scared about. So that took me like years to work through. I got counseling, so thank you to my counselor, thank you to Jesus for bringing healing to me. Now it's been a couple of years later since counseling, and like I literally prayed about it every day because it was such a struggle. Like, and it was a struggle for Josh as well, because obviously whenever we hugged, whenever we kissed, like sometimes I would get triggered and sometimes it would make me feel really anxious, and I think that was really hard for him to see as well, but really hard for me to work through because I love Josh and like I wanted to let him know that I loved getting affection from him, but at the same time I was feeling really anxious and really triggered from that past trauma, so that was really hard. But thank you to Jesus, I genuinely don't get triggered that much at all anymore, maybe like once every couple of months, but I really am on this healing journey and I really don't feel scared anymore. Like when I think about the wedding night, I feel really excited, and I know that's a bit cheeky. I'm not gonna lie, I am very excited, and I think Josh knows that, but you know, stay pure. We are saving ourselves for marriage, and that has always been my goal, to save myself for marriage. So I'm really excited that we have saved ourselves for each other till our wedding night, and I pray that that continues. But yeah, if you guys want me to film a video on boundaries and saving sex for marriage, like please comment down below and I'll definitely do that as well. There's so much noise outside as well. But I just want to say, like, if you are a Christian or if you're not a Christian, like if you haven't saved yourself for marriage, like please know that there's no shame here. And I just want to say, like, also if you're a Christian and you have had sex before but you want to save yourself for marriage in the future, you can do that. Like I genuinely believe you can do that, so please don't feel ashamed or anything like that. You're so loved, and I believe that God makes us a new creation and that he can definitely help us with that. You know, I have definitely struggled with sexual sin in the past. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I have struggled with it for years and it was absolutely horrible, and it distorted my view of sex in so many ways as well. But through God's grace I am made new, and I've walked away from that sin. I've repented, I've gotten help for that sin, and I've been able to walk away from it. So the same is true for you guys. Anyways, going on a tangent and a preach there, but it's so true and it just makes me so annoyed because like nobody talks about this. But yeah, if you want me to talk about it more, please comment down below. I would love to do that. But yeah, tell us about the ring. Oh my goodness, if you watched our proposal story video you might have seen it, but I'll show you guys again. So hopefully this will focus. There we go. So this is my ring. It's a ruby ring and I'm actually obsessed. Like this is my dream ring. If you look on my Pinterest board, this is exactly what I wanted. So it's a ruby in the middle and then diamonds all around, and it's a gold band as well. So I absolutely love gold jewelry, so that's why it's gold. And the gold is actually from Josh's family. Like it's different rings all melted down into one, and I just absolutely love it. And the reason I've always wanted the ruby, I guess, is just because it's different, it's beautiful, and I know that gemstones are mentioned in the Bible, and that verse that's like you're worth far above rubies, like I love that. So yeah, rubies have always just meant a lot to me, so yeah, that's why I went for this ring. But thank you so much, Josh. Like him and Janet, the lady who took us on the boat when we got engaged, they designed it together and Janet made it, so thank you so much, Janet. But I absolutely love the ring. Another question is, what are you doing about moving? Are you living together, etc.? So at the moment I'm living with my family. I have never moved out of my house before. Like obviously I've moved to Florida and things like that, but I've never moved away from my family before. It was always kind of my dream to only move out when I get married, so that's what's gonna happen. Even in university, like I went to a local university and I still do now as well, doing my master's, so I still live at home, which I actually really like. So the plan is in 2023 when we get married to either move into Josh's mum and dad's new house or to be able to afford our own house. So obviously we're not sure yet because houses are so expensive, and I only have a part-time job in my church at the moment, and Josh just got a full-time job as a graphic designer for Hope for Justice, which is so cool. So yeah, we're just saving up money. So yeah, in 2023 we might move in with Josh's mum and dad, or we might move into our own place. But until then, we're still both living in our family's houses. So yeah. And last question, how did you know Josh was the one? I love this question, and I knew I had to answer it because when I was single, I was always asking that question as well. Like how do you find the one? How do you know they're the one? And me and Josh have the same opinion on this. We personally don't believe that there is only one person in the whole entire universe that you can marry, and I know a lot of Christians hold the same point of view. Like a lot of people in the churches that I've been to like agree as well, because like if there is only one person in the whole entire universe, like what if that person marries someone else? Like will you just be single? And like if there is only one person in the world for you, like is that really free will if like God has already predestined somebody for you, if that makes sense? So we personally don't believe that there is only one person for you. We believe that God gives us free will to choose somebody, and as Christians, like I personally have prayed, like since me and Josh, even like way before, like even when I was 14, I prayed that God would give me wisdom to find somebody who would help me in my relationship with Christ, who is going in the same direction as me, who has the same convictions as me, who had most of the things that I wrote on my list for a future husband. You know, all of those things are really important in finding the right person. So I think that yeah, there are multiple people that might be good for you, but it's up to you to pray about it and to ask God to guide you to a person who will help you in your relationship with Christ, because that's the main goal, right, of marriage. It's supposed to be two people coming together, working for the kingdom and doing things for Jesus and loving him, loving each other, because marriage is a picture of Christ and the church. So I think yeah, when it came to looking for somebody, or not even necessarily looking for somebody, because I wasn't really looking for Josh, but when it came for like praying about a future husband, I just don't think that there is one person in the whole world. I think that yeah, you need to pray about it and just ask God to guide you to somebody who will be really good for you, and yeah, a person who you know like you'll be both good for each other. That's kind of a long-winded answer to that question, but I knew Josh was the right guy for me because I prayed about it. He fit, you know, a lot of things that I prayed for in a man. He respected me, he loved me, he led me closer to Christ. All of those different things were so important to me, and both of us were both going in the same direction too. You know, in the Bible how it talks about being equally yoked. We are definitely equally yoked and going in the same direction. So yeah, I think all of those things really showed me that Josh is the right person to marry. I think it's so important, like when you're dating somebody, to really take a step back, because I think love can really blind you sometimes, but you need to take a step back and think like, is this person leading me closer to Christ? Like, is this person respecting me? You know, ask other people's opinions as well around you. Like I asked loads of my friends, I was like, is our relationship good? Like, will he be good for me? You know, seek wise counsel, get people's approval too. Like obviously some people won't approve, and you know, it depends on who, you know, what people you're asking wise counsel from, but I think it's really important to look at that when you're dating somebody before it gets too late. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much for asking me all these questions. It really means the world, and I know this was a bit of a longer video, but I really just wanted to answer all these questions for you guys. If you want to see more videos like on boundaries, sex before marriage, anything like that, Bible studies, please comment down below and I would love to do them. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you soon. Bye!